December 5th, 21 days before the closing date, and no sign of anything being removed yet. So, yeah. Yeah, no sign of anything being removed, except for the tenant, David. Yeah. Definitely no cleanup going on, that's for sure. Yeah, no cleanup for sure. I hate that tree. Hey, it's December 5th, and it's been a long day, you know. Did a lot of yard work because it's been raining and raining. And I swept a bunch of leaves that fall from that tree next to me, right? And put up some more Christmas decorations, added some Christmas music. And apparently my crazy neighbor felt the need to call the police. Because, I don't know, because I swept up the leaves or because I'm playing Christmas music. I'm not sure what it is. But it may be the same police that were here when David was being moved out. I don't know. I just know that, yeah, she's complaining about me again to the police. So, yeah, apparently the police left. They didn't actually knock on this door, so I guess that's good. But she sure manages to get a lot of police to come anytime she calls, you know. I mean, just in the last week, there's been 5 visits to her house. 3 because of David. Today there was one. I'm guessing maybe it was still because of David, because it was the sheriff. But he hasn't been there, you know. And then just now. So, yeah, that's 5 times in less than 4 days. She's had the police, the sheriff. But she's, I guess, complaining that, from what I could hear, that she has to look at my signs, the ones that say stay away from the feds, right? Of course she has to look at them. And that all my lighting, I do like the lights, but it is Christmas after all, but there's a little extra lighting, of course, right now. And then she's apparently really upset that I swept up all those leaves from her tree. They come over to my side all the time, and I just swept them over closer to where her driveway is so that she could put them in her own trash can. You know, made it easy on her. So, I don't know. I just know the police didn't knock on my door, so maybe they let her know that it's not illegal to sweep up leaves. At least I hope it's not illegal. I'm a clean freak, so, you know, I'm always sweeping. I also swept, you know, the neighbor on the left of me and further down, because we had a really bad rain yesterday, and there was just crap everywhere, and so, you know, I just do yard work. It's my thing. But, yeah, apparently that was enough to trigger her to call the police on me. 21 more days until she leaves, as far as I know, right? The 27th. I do hope she's actually leaving on the 27th. And, you know, I still actually haven't heard from David since he left on Friday. You know, I don't know. I hope he's okay. His phone, he probably isn't able to charge it. I don't know. I just know that ever since he left on Friday and the police, you know, let him get in there and get some of his clothes, I haven't heard anything. So I'm hoping he's okay, and I'm keeping a tab on the Ventura County Courthouse to see if he shows up there on the 19th. I hope he does. And I hope he got a copy of that police report from Friday night. And I hope, yeah, he goes into the courtroom and prevails. Because, really, truly, this woman, she just writes anything down on a piece of paper she feels like, and she's automatically granted a restraining order. With no regards of what it's doing to the people that she gets it granted on. I mean, it's not cheap to fight a restraining order. And it's not fair that the people who are just automatically named in the restraining order have to go and disprove all the false allegations. It seems that if somebody goes in there seeking a restraining order, they should be able to show some kind of proof that they need that restraining order. The justice system, it really is backwards right now. Hey there, it's the following morning, and apparently I've been informed that, I guess because the police didn't come talk to me, that my neighbor is apparently still upset that I swept up those leaves off of the sidewalk and, you know, public sidewalk, and just pushed them closer towards her driveway there. So apparently she's got a big sign dedicated to me saying, if you're going to sweep up my leaves, then kindly put them over here, or something to that effect. So, yeah. But what can I say, right? I'm guilty. I sweep. They call me the sweeper. I'm always sweeping. Yeah, there does appear to be a sign. My gosh, some people just don't appreciate people working, you know. Okay, so my neighbor did leave a sign, and it states, if you are showing a kindness by raking leaves, put them here, not in my driveway. Thank you. Do not trespass on my property again. First of all, did not trespass. Second of all, her friend John swept up the leaves, or raked them up and put them in a barrel, and then dumped them right here, pretty much where they were, so that when the wind blows, it'll blow right back into my yard. So I'm guessing, yeah, see how you can see there's the house here. Let me see if I can pull this up for you better. Yeah, see? See that? That's how big the sign is, and those are all the leaves, and they're not on the sidewalk, but now they're in front of that thing that never got finished a year ago. And, yeah, all the leaves are there. So, yeah, when the wind blows, they're all going to come back. But that's okay. That's okay. Whatever. I'll let her have her fun. Technically, today is the 6th, and I have 21 days left until she's out of there, supposedly. Like I said, I've been promised that it is December the 27th, but I am not seeing any signs of her, you know, even attempting to start moving. And that little thing she just did there by calling the cops last night and complaining and stating that I had trespassed on her property, that's how she got the cops to come, and dumped a bunch of leaves or whatever. Yeah, they didn't stop at this house, you know, they just left. But I guess apparently she's a little upset they didn't, and so she took all this effort to put all the leaves back where they were, well, a little over, so that they fly back into my yard, but couldn't put them in the trash can, the green trash bin. I'm telling you, my neighbor, she's got some mental issues, and her friend John is willing to help her out. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Pretty much. Except for this right here. Too funny. And they brought all the leaves back out here, so as soon as the wind blows, it blows right back over to my area. Yeah. Apparently my neighbor's not too happy that the police didn't, you know, come speak to me, because it was a kind gesture on my part to sweep up all those leaves off of the public street. Yeah, I didn't trespass, but apparently that was how she got them to come pay her a visit. And she's so lazy, and her friend John, that they dumped the leaves back to where they were rather than just put them in the trash can. They exuded that much effort to put them back where they were. Yeah. Like I say, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, except for my neighbor apparently just isn't in the Christmas spirit. I called it. I said it. Pretty soon there'll be ambulances and fire department showing up at her house. I swear I know this lady's MO. I do. When we were in court, like I said, all of a sudden, in order to get those continuances, those delays, there was some type of a medical emergency that she would have to go to the hospital for 5 days or more until they discovered there was nothing really wrong with her. Yeah. Okay, let's go see what's happening outside. And the police are there. So that's interesting. But not really interesting, just amazing. Like I said, I knew that this would be the next people coming to see her. And there's more police. Oh my. You better not be coming over here. Yep. All right, so we got 3 officers, 3 cop cars, fire department, ambulance. I can only imagine what's happening. Okay, so the fire truck is pulling away, but there's still 3 police cars there. Okay, so yeah, the officers are all sitting there. Just saw one walk back to the car. Yeah, as long as they don't walk over here, I'm good. But she's been known to fabricate quite a bit in order to get some action that she wants to get. So, yeah, I'm just keeping tabs on what's happening next. One officer just pulled away. The ambulance pulled away. Here goes the second officer. Okay, yeah, the caravan of vehicles have definitely departed, from what I can tell. Yep, there they go. There's the last one. Yeah, can only imagine what happened over there. Yeah, she brought all the leaves back to here. Okay, so I just saw that, yes, my crazy neighbor is back. Miraculously, okay. I mean, miraculously, because she got dropped off and went inside her house for like maybe a minute and then got in her car and drove away. So obviously, whatever happened last night when she was taken for that ambulance ride, they deemed it wasn't an emergency, right? It's her usual. She is literally the story about the boy who cried wolf, because she constantly claims emergencies are happening, and then they're not. And then, eventually, there is going to be an actual emergency, I'm sure. And unfortunately, people aren't going to believe it. But maybe they will. They've believed it for the last however many years now. But yeah, this is right out of her playbook. She just has, a caravan of sheriffs, police, fire department, ambulance, more police. Whatever is going on with this woman, I'll give her credit. She manages to get the people to just keep coming. And basically, I'm just checking to see if the closing date is still in effect. So all the paperwork I signed, all the information I gave you, a total random stranger, you now have in your possession. Okay, now I'm seeing online here, where it shows that it's being sold for $650,000. So I thought maybe that meant it was under a double escrow. So, but it's still for sale, but not through you. And so whoever buys it, I have to go through that whole process again of signing over the lien and stuff. Hmm. But she did. Okay, well, like I said, because, in the last 6 days, there have been just a trove of police, and then another day, like last night, there was ambulances and fire department and police, and so like I said, I'm not seeing any work being done where it looks like she's trying to move. If anything, she's moving stuff in. I better call. It was canceled, and it was canceled by her agent who canceled it. So, and is it still for sale? But that part that I'm seeing online where it shows it for sale, is that still for sale then? Because I don't see a sign out there that says for sale. Oh. Something told me to call. Yes. Because I kept thinking, I'm not seeing anything showing that she's moving. So, yes, apparently I'm correct. Independence First Escrow informed me that they are no longer handling the escrow in that house, and that even though it's still for sale by some other agent, apparently she fired them or something to that effect and had some other person take it over. That's why I was seeing pictures of the house, and I thought it was under a double escrow, because a lot of times an investor will buy it and then flip it, whatever. That was what I was told. So they informed me, no, they will not be paying off my lien. And I said, well, if you could be so kind as to, email me that confirmation that you are no longer paying off that lien. Plus, I also need a copy of all that information I gave you so I can take it to the court if I need to. But yeah, so apparently she ain't leaving after Christmas. Damn. But I am going to call the person that is, I guess, the agent and find out if there is maybe a closing date. I hope. I just know that I haven't seen any sign of her leaving, so I'm glad I called. But damn, I really thought for sure that the lien was paid off and I wasn't going to have to look at her anymore. Okay, so I just called this guy, Martin Feinberg, and left him a message letting him know that I'm the person that has the lien on the house, and since he is apparently in charge of selling the house, I would appreciate a call from him to just clue me in on what's happening, because, God, I was so excited. I was counting down the days thinking December 27th, she was going to be out of here, and I was going to have a wonderful Christmas present, that way, but oh well. It's looking more like she probably ain't going to leave, because there ain't, a whole bunch of people coming over to look at that house. I mean, seriously, why would anybody buy that for $650,000? But okay, whatever. I'll try to keep the faith that maybe, just maybe, somebody will, and she'll eventually leave. Okay, so you can still see my lien is there. The abstract of judgment, Kelly Robin, against, the three people, her grandson and her tenant at the time, and her. And then it shows an assignment of deed of trust back to HUD. And then there was a mechanic's lien, and then that lien was released. So mine's still there, at least. I just wanted to make sure when I signed all that paperwork I didn't somehow release that lien without realizing it. But yeah, I still have to do the notary and actually do it with the Ventura County Recorder, as far as I know. I just know that she's not leaving. Oh, gosh darn it. I was so excited thinking the new year was going to start off without having to deal with her. Well, good thing I wasn't counting my chickens before they hatched, right? But I was hoping. I really was hoping, obviously. I'm stuck with the neighbor from hell for God knows how long.